All right, check 212. Check 212. This is your host, Stunt, flying solo this week. We got a playoff review for the quarterfinals of the SGBL Spectrier Division Season 5 playoffs. Let's go. Right, we have SF Paul versus Helix Fossil round one. First game of this series, Helix Fossil used a Terra Electric Greninja to steal the show versus Paul. We've been over these teams a lot this season. I think they're very strong. Let's see what happens, right? We're going to put the sound on muted for my sanity, and we're going to go fast. So, right off the bat, though, let's see. The Terras, we got a Terra Grass Quack. I think it's a Terra Ground Jolt. Good stuff. Terra Water Greninja, and the Terra Water Clod. So, leading off, we got Gastrodon versus Iron Hands. I think Paul brought a pretty sick Choice Specs Gastro a game ago. That was neat. So let's see what they do. Fake out, free money, no consequences. Free ball into the close combat and setting up spikes. Nothing they can do. It's got to be a U-turn, right? Nope, Psychic Fang's cool. All right, so just a little bit of neutral game here. Tapu Fini not doing too much. And we got Calm Mind on the Jolteon. That's Terra Ground, by the way, as far as I remember. Yep. So Blast the Clod, not for much, 41%. Puts it into recover mode. Yeah, so now it's in recover stall mode. Not good for the Clod Sire. Gonna burn through some recovers here. And we have a strong position on the Jolteon with the unaware, of course, but Clod Sire's not exactly doing too hot. So we're playing some games here. Uh, Toxic. And yeah, Thunderbolt doing a lot. Just kind of soften up the team. That's really it's really bad on their part that they have to spin their wall and their Terra like that. So we got an agility here. Not doing too much. So that's a tough break for the Latios. You got a bond that walls both its stabs, and we're just still putting our dicks into the neutral. All right. Citrus Merchant. Got the Moxie boost. So even though this looks bad on the part of Paul, we had a 6-4 advantage on behalf of Helix. We got two of the main threats, the Terra and the Mega, both really chipped, and we have a somewhat healthy Terra-able Pokeball. It's got the Moxie boost. Chads take the damage there. Now it's basically 4-on-3. Hit whatever you want to for free here. Nice. Spirit Break. This is quite the situation if they don't get those Spirit Break, those rolls, those special attack drops. But we have another Citrus Merchant and a crit. It's like we're in a war here, but they're not getting the rolls they need. They're dropping the special attack. They're bulking up. Tough spot. Doing a lot, yeah. So the damage is there on behalf of Grimmsnarl and kind of in a poor situation. So they sack the Latios, trying to get something going with Grin. We have our Battle Bond. Took over the first game. Let's see how it does the second. But we have a fully healthy Terrapagos, and that makes all the difference. Terrapagos is busted. Kind of a get out of jail free card. It's going to Terra Starstorm, get a kill. I don't think that crit mattered. No, I don't know. Maybe it did. I feel like they would have Oh, you know what? It had the special attack up. That is extremely lucky. Yeah, I think that's pretty lucky. All right, well, Good game, Helix, and good game, Paul. That was, I guess, lucky, and that was a really good team throughout the season on behalf of Helix's part. So intriguing playoffs so far. The good Mons are doing well. We got the somewhat bannable Dragapult, the busted Terrapagos. Wonderful. Next is Robo Pup versus Kung Fu Panda. I believe that this on paper was one of the worst matchups for Kung Fu Panda. You got Bundle, everybody's goat, with the unresisted stab combination going into a team that cannot put up with it. What will Kung Fu Panda do? Kung Fu Panda would turn the sound off. Let's make sure of that. Uh, and then we're going to put it on fast, of course. But we have Metacham coming out. I think it's a lead DNC, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And we got a Terra Stellar, a Terra Stellar Enamoris, a Terra Bug Low Kicks, a Terra Fire Necrozma. So we have some intriguing matchups here. There's a lot of really strong threats into Kung Fu Panda's team. Let's see how they do. So right off the bat here, the layman would say, what would Manacham do? Bulk up? No, they're going to get threatened by a Moonblast. But Metacham carries Bullet Punch, and I believe Bullet Punch could straight up one-hit KO this Diancie in the Mega form. So, instant pressure, great lead. They're going to protect, do a little scouting. That's a pretty clear Ice Punch, but a lot of pivoting going on. Yep. So that I mean, let's take a look at this here. 3 turns, 4 turns, and that is an extremely well played scout on behalf of Kung Fu Panda. Because RoboPup could have taken out a very critical team member there. Good combo with a Mega Metacham and Iron Bundle. All right, so they sack Quillfish here. Unfortunate, good read. I don't think Metacham stood much of a chance against Delphox in that situation. And they definitely want to conserve the health, but we have Bundle coming in, missing a Hydro Pump. Don't think it mattered too much. And it looks like an AV with the Mirror Coat. Does a flip turn, little Giga Drain. I personally would have Leech Seeded there. And knock off the leftovers. Yep. So the Giga Drain there is really unfortunate because you're not doing a ton to the Aloe. It's just going to flip turn that up. All right. Yeah, this is really tough because you need some momentum on your side here to get bundle in and just smack stuff. Same with Metacham. Slow pivots are king in any of these formats, and the protect pivoting is just brutal on behalf of Kung Fu Panda. Little taunt, knockoff. Those raw switches are so tough. And now you're freeze drying, which is unresisted for the most part. I think this is a specs bundle. Yeah, so good stuff there. Do you stay in? Really horrible spot. You know, Delphox was a great bring, and it's been sitting on the bench for the predominant amount of the season, but um, really brutal that you can't outspeed it. I'm curious if it was Scarf or Specs. Almost certainly Scarf. Yep, Scarf. Insta kill the bundle. That's game. Uh, yeah, tough spot. Kung Fu Panda marches on, commanding 8-1 in the Spectrier division, the top division of SGBL. So, yep, Zom cleans up here. Just awful 128 base speed. Not base speed. What is that? It's speed stat 128. Really good. So 5-0, really commanding. I'm guessing they'll probably win the chip. Right, next we have Mondo versus Frubbles. We got the, I think Joe hated this team in the preseason PRs, and I did not like this team in the preseason PRs, but it's really good. They've done well all season. Both teams have really scary threats here in Superior, Curum, Palafin, and even Skeletor. So really good stuff. And then we have, of course, the permanent threat, Tornadus Therian, and the rest of the gang. So we got Ting Lu going in, 2-hit KOing the Crocodile, letting them get rocks up. And yeah, it just looks like a Ting Lu party. So we got Superior here. Oh, and look at the Terras, by the way. Terra Rock Superior, not doing too much against a Tinkaton. And we have Terra Dragon on the Torn. That's really nice. So a lot of back and forth here. Sub Paralysis. Do they have the Leech Seed? No, it looks like they're just going for straight up damage. They're scared of that Tinkaton. Tinkaton putting in a little bit of work against one of the bigger threats. We have Skeledirge coming in, putting in a Torch Song. But the best special wall in the game is here to answer that, and they get a crit Earthquake. How unfortunate for Frubbles. Paladin comes in. Natural Predator of the Dolphin, the Turtle. Flip turns out. Saps momentum from themselves, but we got a Jet Punch resist and a Terra Blast. Not looking so good for War Crime Willie right now. Bulks up, very bold, love it, good choice. And another sub. Roar Out, great choice. Phasing moves underrated in draft. You gotta have some of those Dragon Tail, Roar, red card, even Encore, maybe a phasing move in the right circumstance, but wonderful. And we are in a loop. We are Drain Punching, Brain Punching, Rocky Helmet Roaring, Rapid Spinning, so fun. I think this is a pretty dire situation for Frubbles, especially after that earthquake. And yeah, we got a little bit of Tinglu action as well. Wise move on the Drain Punch to not compromise your position with the health. If I'm not mistaken, Terra Blast. 50-50 there. That could have been big. But we got a Sludge Bomb, and that looks like Gingers. Oh, a little crit. Glaive Rush. All right, wonderful. Good game on Frubbles and Mondo's behalf. A little bit of luck in there, but good brain, good teams will do good things. All right. And last but not least, we have Ace Jake, my number one in the power rankings GOAT, versus Joe, the football player. Right. So, of course, I helped Joe a little bit with mocks this week, just a baseline. Um, we knew Moltres was really effective here, no matter what the Terra selection was. Really going all in on Terra for the Araquanid was not wonderful with Moltres. If you go Steel, which would have been nice with the Water Bubble Fire Resist, you're really overextending that specific Mon, and then you're stuck with a Grass Steel Kartana without the Terra boost. So we knew Moltres was going to be really good. I think Joe brought this Bulk Up Thunderous again, and then a hodgepodge of other Mons that do some good work. Really funny nicknames on the part of Ace Jake Scrotum. I think there's Fartana and Therian Girlfriend. Okay, so Hyper Offense 101, Tailwind Memento, and you'll see the rest. This was just kind of matchup fishy, and it worked out really well on Joe's behalf. The Scald not killing or breaking the sub really big, and then the bulk up on the Terra to do a little scouty scout. Also big. I'm really preferential to a physical Araquanid. I think that has a higher base attack. Obviously, it worked out better with Scald in this instance, but the power was not there. And of course, the miss with the Seed Flare not good for Ace Jake. Dire situation. Did not get any better. I'm almost certain that killed. Must have. And who knows how the game could have went if it's choice locked. Moltres is getting basically a free Hurricane. I doubt Rotom does well into that. A lot of different options, but not a great look for the miss. Kills with the Terra, and you see how the rest of the game's going to go. So good game there. My regular season GOAT didn't get the win, but of course the Defiant versus Lando solo Intimidate was also really good. So we have a awesome slate of games. We have Joe versus Kung Fu Panda, the Unstoppable Bulldozer Necrozma Squad versus Joe's Shitty Rain Team. Who's going to win? And then we have Megamondo versus SF Paul Allen. Who's going to win? I think they've played before in the regular season, and I can't remember who won, but I'm sure it was close. So we have a very exciting semifinals set up in SGBL Season 5 Spectrier Division. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk next time. This is your host, Stunt, signing out.